Let me tell you something on this turkey burger.
Don't snarl. Not yet, anyway.
If you have had a turkey burger, excuse me, if you had a turkey burger and you don't like it, please try this one tonight. I promise you, it is different than anything else.
And if you don't try it, it's more for me.
We cooked this in the office the other day, and we did one whole recipe, and every piece of it was gone. It has a couple of steps to it.
I don't know where it went, but it was gone.
No, it was eaten. You know, all we have to do is put the word out that we need guinea pigs in the break room, and they're there. But there's a couple of unusual or interesting ingredients in this turkey burger. One of them is cooked lentils. That will help give it, you actually get fiber from it, you get extra protein from it. Do any of y'all cook with lentils? Have you ever had lentils? It looks like a little split pea and then it cooks. It took about 30 minutes to cook it in water. You don't have to soak it like you do a dry bean. And then we're going to have some cooked mushrooms in it, and we're going to puree everything together. And I'll be honest with you, we probably don't want you to see what it looks like before we cook it, because it kind of looks like baby food.
Pate.
But yeah, pate. But once it's cooked, it firms up, and you'll be surprised. So, what do you want to do, Lori?
You're cooking. I'm just in charge of cooking the burgers.
Okay.
And I do have a note on lentils. They're one of those foods that if you eat a massive amount at once, it will give you some gastrointestinal distress. How was that for the camera? That was very politically correct. So if you've never had lentils, try not to consume a massive amount at once. And this is not a massive amount. So when you actually make it into the burger, that's not. But I've actually had some lentil soup. So make sure you do increase your fluid intake if you are going to do some lentils. Do I need to explain that one further? Can you cut for a second so I can explain that? So, if you have too much fiber in your system, it's got to come out somewhere. And if you don't have enough fluid in that system, then it comes out in spurts.
All right, now. Turn it down, you're going to burn it.
I want to burn it.
This is turkey breast, 99% lean. If you tried to make a patty out of this,
it would taste like
rubber. Now, this is 20 ounces. The recipe calls for a pound. But we're going to go ahead and use this 20 ounces. We might put a little bit more of this and a little bit more of that to make up for those extra ones. Now, this is, when I bought it in the Abingdon store this morning, it's $6.99 for this 20 ounces. There is there's a $4.99 ground turkey, but it's not ground turkey breast. It's got both the white and the dark meat in it, and it's still like, what did I say it was, a 93, 94% lean, so it's not 99% lean. So that would be a way to cut down the cost of it a little bit, and you're still going to have a very lean product. So we're going to kind of make a meatloaf here. We've got the turkey. We're putting in the egg. And you can tell we'll talk about the ingredients later. And now one other ingredient here that's a little bit different in addition to the lentils is flax meal. Do any of y'all use flax seed in anything? Have you ever used the meal?
Every morning.
Okay, this is like the ground flax, and it calls for just a tablespoon. And again, this will add a little bit of fiber. And what else does Jessica? What else does flax do? Omega 3s or 6s?
Fiber.
Fiber.
Omega-3 fatty acids.
This turkey burger it calls for 2 teaspoons of tomato paste. You think, man, I'm not going to buy this whole big can of tomato paste for 2 teaspoons. But have you all seen this? It's expensive though. But once you open it up, you can put it in the refrigerator. so you can just squeeze out a little bit. But you can take this and dollop out like a tablespoon on wax paper and throw it in the freezer. And then you can take out a tablespoon at a time. And really, it's pretty inexpensive. And this is another ingredient that you can trade up to, because some of the other tomato pastes, like Hunt's and Del Monte, I think, they had a lower Nuval score because they had added sugar or added salt or both, whereas there's one ingredient on this one, it says tomatoes. So you wouldn't think something like this would be different from one brand to another, but it is. Okay, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No.
Okay, so a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and then just mix all that up together. Okay. All right, so she's basically kind of making a meatloaf here. We've got the turkey and egg, flax meal, mustard, tomato paste, salt, and pepper. I didn't put any flax in yet. Yeah, I did. It's right there. Did you see it?
Yeah, I can see it. It's like, I put that stuff in there.
Okay, and then while she's mixing that up, I'm going to go down to number 3. We already sauteed the mushrooms ahead of time because I didn't think you needed to see us saute mushrooms. If Jessica hasn't eaten all the mushrooms. Did you eat the mushrooms?
No, they're over on the
Oh, sorry.
All right, we've gone ahead, she sauteed the mushrooms. We're gonna put the sauteed mushrooms and the lentils that have already been cooked in the food processor. And we're gonna blend that up with a little bit of water. Okay, so in the food processor. Now,
You should have shown them that.
but the thing is, if you do this, I want you to know what it looks like because it's, not great. Now, if you're trying to get your significant other or children or whatever to eat it, don't let them see this. Now, she's heating up the skillet here, so.
It calls for it on a grill pan or on a grill, but we're just afraid that it would kind of fall through there, so we're going to do it. And what we've done before is in the electric skillet.
You really want to watch?
But
This is a third of a cup.
after you've cooked for a certain amount of time, you can pretty much tell by looking at the recipe. But, but like with the sweet potato salad, it's a little unusual. Thyme, oil and vinegar, and sweet potatoes, but you'll be surprised. I think it would be good with a little bit of red pepper, a little cayenne to kick it up a little bit, or a couple shakes of hot sauce.
Oh, yee! So I got from there. Obviously, it was a bad little sound.
Now don't put too many in there, you gotta smash them down.
It actually looks like a hamburger. Now that she's actually mashing it down, you flip it once, or you try to flip it, and then it kind of goes over the side of the skillet. But after you do flip it once, you mash it down into the shape of a hamburger.
Because
My
this,
spatula's a little large.
yeah, this mixture is very sticky, so you really can't form it into patties. So on the directions, it'll tell you, just to put.
Here's your spatula.
Do you think you want to try this one? So when you flip it the first time and it kind of stiffens up a little bit after it's been cooked, then you can shape it a little bit with the spatula.
Or the baby spatula.
Hopefully you have a bigger grill at home that you can do this on.
And now it is raw. That's raw turkey meat, so you have to make sure that you cook it all the way through. And on the recipe it said to put it on a grill or a grill pan, but we didn't have that available to us. I had a grill pan, but I didn't know if it would work on this kind of stove. Can you smell that turkey cooking? A little bit?
Boy.
It really is. It's good.
And I'm a meat and potatoes person, so that I like this is amazing, probably.
Like she's using, you used a pound, didn't you?
It's 20 ounces.
A little over a pound. And look how many burgers it's actually going to make. So for your next cookout, you can make turkey burgers.
And now what's interesting, the nutrition numbers on this turkey, 110 calories, two
For
and a half.
one burger, 110 calories for one burger.
And you know, they're advertising at Hardee's these turkey burgers, and they're making a big deal out of them that they're less than 500 calories. 2.5 grams of fat, 18 grams of protein, 7 grams of carbs, 2 grams of fiber. So when you put it on your whole wheat bun, then you get another gram or so.
We're pushing that fiber tonight.
What a pun! They're pushing the fiber.
Now,
Make sure you have enough fluid in that fiber to get out, though.
Well, you know, nurses always talk about fiber and things like that. Dietitians do too.
That's the question that dietitians come in your hospital room and ask. So we're making sure you're getting yours tonight.